This is insane. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life before. I literally made an entire Minecraft plugin that will manage the moderation of a chat like this. Your message was flagged as inappropriate using one prompt, just one prompt, and it generated all of these files. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Hello everybody, welcome to Minecraft Plugin Development Series. This is Matt here, and I'm the CEO of mineacademy.org. Since 2018, we've been teaching people how to make Minecraft plugins. We're probably going to need some big restructuring this year because AI is exploding. You can have a tool. By the way, I've made 2 or 3 videos before on how to make a Minecraft plugin using AI. And it was always the same. You pose the question, you give it a prompt, it gives you a bunch of code that is broken, you need to fix it, need to go back and forth, and then you need to copy the code, create a class, you need to basically have the entire Minecraft plugin structure in front of you, and then you need to just copy paste, and it's a very demanding process, and you need to have a deep Java understanding, and you may spend half an hour like this going back and forth. This is insane. I was literally able to put one prompt there within 30 seconds. I had the entire Minecraft plugin, and I'm not talking about some simple plugin. I'm talking about a plugin that uses OpenAI to moderate your chat. So I'm talking about a plugin that actually uses a third-party library to connect to the internet, send data, read the data back, and execute actions. First things first, I'm going to be using the tool called bolt.new. And there are a bunch of tools like that emerging. However, I've tested the v0.dev, wasn't as good. The code had a lot of issues. I've tested Bolt and a bunch of others. Bolt was mind-blowing so far. I'm pretty certain that in just a few months, probably by the end of this year, these tools are going to be even on the next level. But so far, even this is scary. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I already had a prompt here, but let's just say that I was a bit sneaky and I made a cut in the video and I made the prompt a little bit better. And it said, you're developing Minecraft plugin to moderate chat using AI for Paper API using Maven. So all of these technologies we're going to be using. And if you don't understand these tech stacks, that's fine. And we actually have a full course. It's called mineacademy.org training programs. And I'm going to leave a link below in the video. As I said, yes, it is going to be disrupting this year and next year, but people are still going to need to learn Java. So if you don't know how to program, that's fine. Check out the courses below, and we're going to give you the fundamental sort of foundation upon which you can build. And with that foundation, you're going to be able to use all these AI goodies. Now, the tech stack here, as I mentioned, Maven, which is a tool to help us put all the files together into a jar. Paper API, I specify the latest version, and then use this specific library, because I noticed if I didn't, it would actually use a library that is deprecated. Use web to fetch the latest version of dependency. So I'm not sure if it can go online or not, but we're going to try. How it works, it listens to the chat event and uses OpenAI moderation endpoint to block a message which triggers any of the moderational sections. See moderation.txt. And this is pretty cool because you can visit platform.openai.com and see the article about moderation, how the endpoint work. OpenAI provides you with a simple button. Click here, copy page, and then you can simply paste the content, somewhere like this, and it's gonna give AI all the information on how to use the endpoint. So we can just save it into moderation.txt, and then we can upload this file into Bolt. So what I'm gonna do, like this, I'm gonna go here. I'm actually gonna go right here, and then I can moderation.txt. I can drag and drop it right in here. Perfect. Now, let's finish up the prompt. So next things, the thresholds and warning messages are configurable within config YML. Why? Because I want the plugin to be configurable from the get-go, and I want the plugin to be even sellable from the get-go. And how code should look like, so use Lombok, which is another tech stack we're going to be using to make the code more lean for getters, setters, and constructors. Use fully qualified variable names, consistent naming conventions, check for errors, store static plugins instance. So a bunch of things how I like to code my plugins. Those are optional, but let's see what happens if the AI will actually follow them. Start by writing a plan.md. So this is a little trick. If you go and you tell the AI to build a huge plugin for you, it's going to get lost. It is always good to tell it to make a plan.md with all the developmental outline and all the different steps, because the AI can always go check the file and it's not going to get lost. It's a little sneaky trick. So let's copy this whole thing, go to Bolt, paste it, and then see what happens. And now you can see that it starts to create the entire project's structure, not just give you the code in an answer, but actually start writing and splitting the code in different files. So now it's finished. It even said how to build it, how to use the plugin, copy the generated jar, configure the plugin, and then restart your server. Would you like me to implement any additional features? Let's go to export. Let's go download. And I'm gonna double click the project, copy and paste it somewhere. I'm just gonna call it Chat AI. And then I'm gonna open this in IntelliJ. There we go. And let's see if we have some compile issues. So what I can do, I can just go edit configuration, new, Maven, clean install, hit OK. And now I can start to actually compile the plugin. Cannot find symbol. Okay, so that's the first issue. Looks like this prompt actually broke it. Get harassment. Okay, so it looks like it didn't get this right. There's hate threatening instead of harassment. And then new OpenAI service. There's a token. And then should we just import it from the right package? Yeah, there we go. So we imported it from the right package. Let's try to see what happens now if I can compile it. And there we go. So literally all we needed to do is fix the import. So that's one thing. It took me 2 seconds. And then just change this category because probably the endpoint has changed. And now we have that bloody plugin. So let's minimize this. Let's go to the target folder. Let's copy the plugin. And I can see it's a bit huge. It's 11 megabytes. So let me open it with WinRAR. Let me check the dependencies here. Yeah, so I kind of don't like that. I don't think that is the best thing. I don't think that this is safe to use because it can conflict with other plugins. And this is because this one is actually included. So the scope here should be provided. And then we need to go to the plugin YML like this. And then we need to use the libraries feature. Awesome. And then the server will actually download this dependency instead of it being copied into our jar file. So let's compile it again and see what happens. And now we can see that the size went down to just 10 kilobytes. Let me just open this up. There we go. Now it looks way better. Chat moderation. Okay. Awesome. Let me copy this and boot the server. Awesome. So it actually said chat moderator has been enabled. Now, what I have to do, I got to go into the API keys, copy it, and don't worry guys, I'm going to delete this key after this video, so please don't try to copy this. And I'm going to go into the chat moderator config, and now I have to paste the API key here. There we go. And now I can see how it works. Okay, I guess we can just leave the config as it is. There we go. Stop the server, restart, and see what happens. There we go. If we are in the game, let's make sure I don't have any admin rights. And let's say hello. And now there's a bit of a delay because the way that works is when you're chatting, there's a async chat event. However, it will block the event, go for the OpenAI endpoint, wait to get a response, get the response, read the response, and then it's going to allow the event. So this is the biggest downside of making a plugin like that, that you'll notice a significant delay. The chat takes about 0.3, 0.4 seconds, sometimes even a second. Of course, depends where you're located. If you're hosting your server close to OpenAI servers, then the delay will be significantly smaller. Let's just say this. That looks like that went through. Let's say this. Yeah, that is always blocked. So I like to use that word, not because I like to use it, because it's always blocked, so it's a good measurement. Your message was blocked in appropriate context. Awesome. I'm not sure why the swearings weren't called, but that's already a great outcome. And enable warnings. Okay. Awesome. And now it works. So that's how it works. And then sexual. Well, that was definitely inappropriate. There we go. Okay. I guess that is a sexual, self-harm. I feel so weird typing all these prompts, and probably YouTube is going to scan them. There we go. So it looks like it does work, and we can, of course, play around with the code. That's why knowing Java is so important. But the bottom of it, holy dame, holy cow. Like, the whole plugin was literally made in like 30 seconds. And there's been only 2 changes required. And this is the second prompt that I had. Remember, at the beginning of this video, I used this prompt. And you can just copy it. And I can even export or share the link to this somewhere if it's possible. And then the config, the first time, check it out, warn first, right? So this one was actually even more advanced, because first it warned the user and then it actually kicked the user. Pretty damn cool. This one, also pretty damn cool. The only change that I had here, I had one more. Remember, this is a Java project. I wasn't sure because it first started to create a JavaScript file. And then I told him to update dependencies, use paper 1.21.4, which it did. So pretty damn insane. The bottom is, the bottom line this year, you'll be able to create minor Minecraft plugins purely using AI. You still need to know how to code though. So keep that in mind. I don't think that this is going to change maybe in like 3 years, 5 years, even if you've never coded in Java, but you need to learn Java. So you can take my classes, you can take anybody else's classes if you prefer, but the bottom line, if you know how to use Java, this is a huge leverage. And honestly, I'm still shocked by the power of this tool. So I hope this video was really helpful. Question, I get this a lot. How much did I pay for this? 0. This is free. It's free. If I keep chatting with it, I'm going to get locked out and I need to wait. But these 2 projects, I haven't paid a penny. And I'm not even going to get sponsored. I'm not getting sponsored from them. So this is completely free for a few prompts, right? Which is actually quite useful for a free tool. So that's it for me. Let me know in the comment section what you want to learn next, and I'll be more than happy to cover it. I'm going to do some more research about AI. I think it's very exciting, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.